Kowski Brothers, and we're at Hodag Heritage Fest.
I'm riding a Hodag! Statue of Hodag. First purchase of the day.
One Hodag and one death one. Oh, get up there, buddy.
A famous picture taken by a gentleman named A.J. Kingsbury, a photographer from the late 1800s in Antigo, Wisconsin. And he was friends with a guy named Gene Shepard. Get into him a little bit more if you haven't heard the name. Very likely you have. And this is a famous captured photo of a Hodag. It's the most widely distributed image in Rhinelander history. Millions of copies of this as a postcard have been sent all over the world. And every so often, these postcards from the early 1900s pop up on eBay in Japan, in Germany. You won't believe it, all over the place. And I would call that Hodag the world. Our Hodag Heritage Festival insurance won't allow people to come within so many feet of the live Hodag because it can literally take arms and hands and fingers and legs off. But we did get approval to have one child come up and look inside.
Oh, you wanna look at it? Well, look at it.
Yeah.
I hear it in there, Carrie.
I want you to come on up here. Come on up here.
Carrie,
All right, so
are you
this
sure
is
we
a
can do
Hodag,
this?
right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is what we got in the box, this terrible, vicious creature. All right, so what I want you to do here, young man, come on over here.
Are you sure we should do this, Carrie?
Just be
Careful. Be
Just be
careful.
careful, okay? So I want you to look right in here. Come on up here. Don't be scared. Just look in there. Tell me what you see. What do you see in there? You see some vicious teeth? Whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa,
All right,
whoa,
that's
Carrie.
good stuff.
Carrie, let's wake it up a little bit here.
All right, it's okay.
Whoa.
Feel free to take a cupcake.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go find it. I guess stop by the
Mint.
and so
Hey, I can't skip on Mint. This is the Hodag bus. We're gonna take a ride on it around town.
We're going to take a nice tour. Maybe. Could be heard. She would then exit in tattered and dirty clothes, saying the Hodag was in a foul mood today. And it would be lucky to be dangerous to allow spectators. It would be way too dangerous. They can't go in there, he'd say. If you were lucky enough to peek through the slats of the garage, you might see a beast moving around, giving you the impression that the animal was a real creature. Gene continued this shtick throughout his lifetime, every chance he got.
change colors. Used to be black.
Well, get
So, why did you start this here?
Well, I started it because my son Nolan loved putting Legos together. And I just was laying in bed one night and said, you know, there's not a Hodag set. We need to make one. So then we made one. And then we did a Mothman after that because people loved our Hodag set. And then we just got a little bit of a following and people asked for more. So we kept going. We're not stopping yet.
What are you guys planning to do in the future?
Sure, in the future, the next set that we'll have coming out, hopefully we'll have it out by Mothman, will be a Wendigo set. It's going to be a full-size set, and it's Chad Lewis approved. So if you know who Chad Lewis is, he'll have his seal of approval on there. Then later in the fall, we're hoping to have out a Mongolian deathworm.
What?
A Mongolian deathworm. Is that one of your favorites?
Yeah?
You want a sneak peek?
Yeah?
I'll give you a sneak peek. Kriptowski Brothers special right here.
Isn't it?
Look at that. The teeth are gonna come in and out. You can move them, and then you could bend it.
What's the next small set are you planning to do?
Right now, we don't have any that are the same exact small size as that. There'll be a middle ground set that's going to be about 200, 250 pieces. That'll include the Mongolian death worm. We're looking at possibly doing a grafted monster after that. We're still in the design phases.
Wait, will this just be cryptids, or like, are you planning to do other things in terms of it? Like, will you ever do something like water beasts with this?
You know, the options are unlimited. You know, it's whatever we feel inspired by at the time. Right now, we're kind of focusing on cryptids, but we could go into water beasts or
Because they're technically
different
cryptids
creatures.
too.
Yeah.
So why did you start this in the first place?
Well, I did not get it started, but when ATVs started getting popular about around the turn of the century, 2000, some guys had them riding on their private property. They thought it'd be nice to have trails someplace, so they started a club and got the county to help develop trails.
So, what kind of things do you do besides like ATV tours?
Well, besides that, like here, we come here to get people involved in it. We participate in the 4th of July parade. We do senior rides. We participate in Ridiculous Day. And then we also help the NAF, which is a home for the homeless. Trail boss their rides, take people out.
Why did you use the Hodag for this?
Well, when the people first formed this club, they called it the Oneida County ATV Association. They were one of the first ones. Well, a lot of townships created ATV clubs, and we were not an association that people thought we were. So we had to change our names so people didn't think we were involved with all the clubs. And we chose the Hodag because it's the Hodag.
And you guys are in Rhinelander.
Exactly. Yep.
So where did you get these from?
Okay. Oh boy, this is a long story in a way. Back in 26, my grandpa moved to Rhinelander. My dad was in high school here for a couple of years. And when the 50th anniversary came up, my grandpa thought it'd be a neat idea to make some Hodags, and he was a foundry worker. So these are the patterns he came up with, molded it in aluminum, and these are the product that came out. So he decided he'd mount them on the front of his car for the anniversary. Then my dad did it on his cars, and I've been doing it on my vehicles ever since.
And what about this stuff?
Oh, now this one, my dad used to go out to Arizona a lot. He found a leather maker out there, made this for him. It's a belt buckle. And this one, I have no idea where we got that from.
And what about these two?
Now this one, 50th anniversary again, from what I understand, my grandpa knew Carl Sorensen, and Carl designed this from what I understand. There's no documentation on it, recorded, but they believe he was involved.
All right, are you guys ready? So on 3, give me your best capture of the Hodag's face. 3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Take this. This is the information. You're going to have to fill some stuff out at all the different stations. Now, most important part.
Okay.
You're going to need these portal beads.
Okay, come on, let's go.
These are going to take you back to the time of 1893 when the Hodag was discovered. Everything will be invisible to you without it. So, portal.
Weird.
Okay. I don't know, what noise does your portal make?
First gonna do quest number 1. Okay, so you're the guy with scavenger?
I am.
Hunt?
Yep, for number 1.
Okay, so what is it?
First you would need to come over here. You have steps that you must take to find which what you are looking for.
Hey, you won't tell me how much tickets cost here. Hello, sir? Are you even real? Stack the pot over longer sleep tight. Find the lumberjack bunk beds to get your clue right. Okay. By the museum gift shop, that's the place.
Simon Shepherd Eugene.
Correct name, different order.
Eugene.
Shepherd and Simon.
Eugene, Shepherd, and Simon.
Flip the 2.
Shepherd, Eugene, and Simon.
Eugene, Shepherd, and Simon.
Flip the 1.
Oh.
Eugene, Simeon.
Sam Shepherd.
Eugene, Simeon, Shepherd.
Who gets it?
Yeah.
Phone number. Put 8 right here, okay?
You have PTSD from the kids.
The kids.
Throwing the dodgeballs when you're down.
No. Stop. 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 No! No! Not the dodgeball! Not the dodgeball!
Find a hidden Hodag gun. Have fun, bring it to HQ. Okay. What? Give me the pencil, Harlan. You extract. I write. I'm surprised the Hodag can come down and try and jump scare us.
That looks great. I'm gonna let you keep it and give you another clock.
Bullseye! 2 bullseyes!
And carry, okay?
1.
You know if you'd be here
8.
for carrying Ben.
9.
This is Ben and Nate's Hodag Quest here. Where's Carrie at?
Yes!
I need a pad.
We're done. Push it.
Smoking about.
Yes!
Congratulations, brave adventurers. You've completed the Hodag Quest and earned all 5 claws, covering might, heart, precision, and magic. By facing fierce lumberjacks, uncovering hidden stories, venturing into the wild forest, testing your aim, and unlocking ancient secrets, you've proven yourself worthy. Thanks to your courage, the protector of the Northwoods lives again, and the legend of the Hodag roars on.
Crawling contest. Come on over to the big top tent, everybody. Put those hula hoops down, throw those shoes back on, get out of that bounce house, and come make your best Hodag crawl. Why don't you come on up here? Come on down. All right, judges ready? Got everything in order? Okay, audience, you ready? All right, let's make some noise for Hodag! All right, tell me your name, young man.
Darwin.
Darwin, and where are you from?
Sheboygan.
Darwin from Sheboygan,
Wisconsin.
Sheboygan, Wisconsin, everybody. And Darwin is he's famous, him and his brother. Tell us what you do, Darwin.
Me and my brother, we have a Kukowski Brothers. We do stuff on cryptids. We search for cryptids and go to cryptid places and do other cryptid-related things.
Cryptids, monsters known to man, unfounded by science. Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, you study them all, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. So they're wonderful. Great to have you in Hodag country, budding cryptid influencers, these young guys. All right, you've been practicing your Hodag call? Yes. All right, give us your best Hodag call. All right, I'm wondering, are we going to have enough room to keep everybody up here? Maybe the adults will want to stay down. Why don't you head on down, Darwin, and we'll take the next contestant. Make some more noise for Darwin here. That was a great Hodag call. You left the microphone a little moist. Okay, here's the prize. All right. Can we get a Hodag drum roll, please? This year's Hodag calling contest winner is one Wyatt Cirilli! Come on down, buddy! Hey, let's give Wyatt a round of applause, and all of our contestants a round of applause. If you didn't win the prize, you won because you're a Hodag, and we hope you come back and try again next year. Wyatt got the moves up here. Here is your gold medal, sir, and here is your prize. And stick around for a picture here, okay?
It's Mike, the winner of the 2024 Hodag Festival, the one that happened last year. So, first question, how did you win in last year?
Well, I won it by being born awesome and then continuing that awesomeness into all aspects of my life. Once I unlocked all of the chakras, everything kind of aligned, and I realized that my spirit animal is really the Hodag, and I speak to them in my dreams.
Anyway, what was the call that you used?
Oh, so my call last year was a little bit different than this year because the dialect changes a little bit. Last year was a little bit more of a deep from my inner soul. Obviously, I toned it down a little bit, not to deafen everyone.
What did it feel like to win that?
Honestly, I have 2 children. I have a pretty overall a wonderful life, but this was honestly the highlight of my life. I would abandon everything else in my life for that feeling again. It was just magical. Hey, kids.
Wait, what? This is what the winner of this year's Hodag calling contest. So, first question: can you recreate the call that you did to win this year?
Yeah, I totally am.
Can you do it?
So keep your eyes open.
So what did it feel like to win that?
In a few minutes. Grandma Marjorie.
I just want to hold my breath and do a great big roar to everyone that can hear.
And how did it feel like the feel of like putting on that medal and winning?
I feel so happy.
How happy?
like this much.
So, why did you do this in the first place?
So originally getting into this artwork, I started in art school back in 2011. And going through it, I went into the fine arts program. I worked in like animation, motion graphics, and that was fine. I paid the bills. I ended up getting a job out of college that was just a little bit soulless. But at the end of the day, I really wanted to create something like this. And so I did that for a few years. And when COVID hit, you know, all of us were furloughed. We were sitting on our laurels. I picked up an iPad and I started working on illustration. Now, mind you, I hadn't illustrated in years at this point. It's certainly been a while. But I had just gone to the first Mothman Festival I've ever been to, just about a year and a half prior. And a lot of that was still fresh in my mind. And being in the Scouts when I was younger, plus my love for the outdoors and the cryptids, it all just sort of evolved into what you see now in front of you.
What's your favorite cryptid or thing?
I would say it's a toss-up between the two. I'm stuck between either the Vegetable Man or the Flatwoods Monster.
What's the Vegetable Man?
I'm glad you asked. It's lucky for you guys, Campfire Tales were free of charge. So, back in 1968 in Fairmont, West Virginia. Everybody knows West Virginia for the Mothman, mind you.
And basically it's over 18 million cryptids in there.
Exactly. But what people don't realize is just a year after the Mothman flap, a man by the name of Frederick Jennings was walking around in the woods outside of Fairmont, and he had this high-pitched kind of squealing, almost like a sped-up record speaking to him from behind a bush. Now, he didn't know if maybe this was a little critter, maybe he found his next kill, because he was hunting for small game at the time. He goes to investigate. He gets to the back of the bush, and what he doesn't expect to jump out is a 7-foot-tall green man with leafy appendages on its head, glowing eyes, a little pointy nose, and long vining arms. Now mind you, he's never seen anything like this in his life. Not many of us have. So he turns to run away, but suddenly he can't move a muscle in his body. This thing's arms have ensnared him, and his eyes are swirling with color. It's almost under like some sort of hypnosis. Now mind you, this man he tries to struggle. He can't move a single bit, but he hears it telepathically speak to him. It says, "I mean you no harm. I come in peace, but I'm in need of medical aid." Before he can react, the thing with these little needly fingers is already wrapped around him, starts leaching blood from his body, almost like little suction cups on the end of his fingers. He said he felt no pain during this whole ordeal, like there was some sort of anesthesia being applied, like a mosquito bite. But after about a minute or so, the thing retracts its claws, takes off up the hill, and is never seen again. And I don't know if sobriety has anything to do with it, but It's my personal favorite story to come out of the Mountain State, or at least it's up there.
So what is Cryptid Scouts? Is it like is it just the artwork?
So the Cryptid Scouts of America is actually this highly secretive group. It's a combination of the FBI and the CDC. Now, mind you, a lot of people go out hunting for Bigfoot. You're not going to find them because we have them. We go out, we send our cryptid rangers out into the field. They find these mysterious critters, capture them, take them back to camp, and we keep them busy with little things, you know, bracelet making, canoeing, hiking, fun little camp activities. It's a lot easier to keep Bigfoot happy at camp than it is keeping him in a cage.
How many casualties have came from this quote-unquote real thing?
That's highly classified.
So why did you do this in the first place?
Well, I just love creating stuff, so I've always been interested in creating stuff, and I really like folklore and monsters and creatures and weird things like that, so I just kind of decided to merge the two, and people started asking if they could buy my stuff, and so I decided to start selling it.
Also, every time when you sell your stuff, do you always have like a centerpiece like this?
A lot of times I try to make some bigger items that are kind of like a focal point or a centerpiece for my market, and usually it's different every time.
Also, do you ever get like feedback with this type of stuff too, on like ways to improve your designs by people?
You know, that's actually a really great question. I don't get a lot of feedback. A lot of times most people just say that they like it or it's cute, but a lot of people don't tell me what they would like to see or what they would like to see improved or anything like that. Like you had said, the knot deer needs to have the forward-facing eyes. I appreciate that feedback, and I will take that into consideration.
What's your favorite cryptid?
My favorite cryptid is the Fresno Nightcrawler. I like him because he's just like so simple but so weird, and there's just so little known about him.
Yeah, so, it's audience that does happen.
Yeah.
Also, do you always have like a lot of thing like this here?
Yeah, a lot of times I like to have a lot of like smaller things, so that way if someone wants to get something but they don't want to spend a lot of money, they could just buy a small little item. And I like to have a variety between like lesser costing items and more expensive items, so that way people have kind of like a variety of choices.
Why did you do all this deal start in the first place?
Oh, so that is one heck of a question. That takes me way back to probably when I was your age. I grew up in a haunted house. So when and a lot of stuff happened, and it's like, even like if it's not scary stuff that happens, it's still just weird. It messes with your brain. So when I went away to school and I started to decide to be an art major, I gravitated towards doing art and sort of stories that related to the darker side of folklore, so like ghosts, monsters, other sort of tales of the unknown that people couldn't explain. And I did that to sort of put a name and a face onto the things that scared me when I was a kid.
So what's your favorite cryptid?
Oh my gosh, you're asking me what my favorite childhood pet is. So as of right now, I've really been into the Jersey Devil because I just really like how that print turned out. That red and blue is just really sort of impactful, and I thought it was kind of cool. But I do sort of like ghosts and hauntings a little bit more than cryptids because of my past, because of the whole idea that they sort of tormented me when I was a kid.
What would you say your favorite ghost is?
Woo! So we have a ghost story. I grew up in Platteville, Wisconsin. And we have a very famous haunting that is the Nodorf House. And it's, if you've ever gone through Platteville, there's a big hill that they have an M on. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that. So there's a little limestone house that sits sort of on the south side of that hill. And the haunting is about these two kids. Well, the haunting is about this man who came to America as a German immigrant, and he left his wife behind. She died. They had two kids. The kids got shipped to America with him. He remarried her sister but yet the actual mother of the two kids continued haunting them in their new house in America, even though she never actually made it over.
Question number 1. Why did you do all this stuff here in the first place?
The Hodag, of course.
Like why did you do it in the first place? I'll start this art stuff in the first place.
Well, I love to paint and I love to create. So, and what better creation to do is except for the Hodag, the Bigfoot, Loch Ness, all them creatures.
And what's your favorite cryptid?
Oh, of course, I have to say the Hodag.
What's your favorite cryptid, not the Hodag?
It would be the Loch Ness. Well, I crochet the Hodags. I built my own pattern, and then I do the Loch Ness. I haven't quite figured out one for the Bigfoot yet, so that'll be my next winter's project when it's 20 below zero.
The 18 months of winter we get in Wisconsin.
Yes.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
There we go. Until next time, Hodag Heritage Fest, we're out of here. Goodbye. Hodag!